Hey YouTubers, Harley here with you today from Team Fish. Thanks for joining me. Got a question for you. What does this have in common with this? I know you may be saying that was a little fast, so we'll slow it down a little bit. These are a couple of tools that I built myself for spooling and unspooling line. It's wintertime right now, it's middle of February, and the fishing season coming up again. And if you're like me, or not, you should be changing your line regularly if you get a chance to fish very often, at least once a year. And since it is the middle of the winter right now, it's a good time to get your line ripped off and get new stuff on ready to go out again. So what I've done is try to save a little bit of money, because it's always a pain trying to unspool line and spool it back on if you're by yourself or no one else is around to help you out with it. So what I've done, number one, this is my line unspooler, the LR 2017 line remover 2017. Don't know what that stands for, but I kid you, but you can figure that out. And this is something that I made out of a coffee creamer can. It's simple, easy to do. Show you how to make this rack quick. Number one, I like this coffee creamer can because they have these grooves in it where you can grab the thing. And what that does is that allows you to take a pair of pliers or cutters and get down in here and just easily cut through this line that's all spooled up on here when you get ready to remove it. And you can see mine's had a little bit of work already. I've got plenty of line on here that needs to be ripped off just as soon as I get a chance. But that's the main part of the thing. And how I made it was, I just took a couple blocks of wood, and these are 1/2 inch thick, and make sure when you cut them that they're pretty close to square, or absolutely square if you can get them that way, because whenever you put this thing together and you put it on your drill and start ripping off the line, if these are out of balance or whatever, it'll make the whole thing shake. And you can do that if you're into that sort of shaky thing, but I prefer not to have mine do that. So I tried to get these as square as I possibly can. Cut your little tiny pieces of wood and put you a X, a little cross across there to help you find the center of that. Do that on both pieces of wood and drill down through the center. And of course do the same thing for your lid. You can probably see I have little marks, but yeah, we just put a little cross on there and try to drill it in the center and try to get everything nice and lined up. And I used a 3/8 inch dowel, and you just simply pound that through, put a little bit of Elmer's glue on there, and that way you can attach it to your drill after you get that thing all put together. And we'll show you how that works here in just a second. Secondly, here's my little spooling station. It's simple, it works, and really this is all there is to it. Just take you just a little bit of time to make one. I used a piece of oak. I don't know why, because it's what I have laying around. This one here is a couple feet long, but you need just a little bit of space to get your line out where it goes on the reel nicely. And what I did was take the back side of it. I just laid another piece of wood on here and screwed it together. And then I had an old broken rod laying around, and I took that thing and just drilled some holes through it, and using some 1/4 inch bolts just ran them through and bolted this thing to here. And as you can see, it's at a little bit of an angle pointing up to the actual spool thing. I don't know what you call it, so I call it a thing. And this is where you put your line on here to spool back up with. A couple of different sizes. That's just a piece of stainless steel right there. It fits the center of the fishing line. Here's another one for bigger spools. So there's that. Good thing to keep in mind when you do this, if you can find it, whenever you put your spool on here, I used, in this case, this is just a piece of rubber that I found in my garage. This is old hose or something, but you can take that and slip it over here to give a little bit of friction on your line here so it doesn't spool up and kind of do like a reversed bird nest when you're spooling your line on. So keep that in mind. Look around if you can find that. If not, you can always apply a little bit of pressure. And looking back on this, if I had to do it again, I'd probably shorten this thing up just a little bit, because as you can see, whenever you're cranking the line here, it's a little bit of a reach to get up here, but it's not undoable. So there's that. Let me show you how this thing works real quick. So what I've done here is just clamped my little spooling station to a kitchen chair using just a wood clamp, and I'm going to take my LS 2017 and attach it to my drill here. And what you do is just grab your line from your reel, and when you're doing this, it's a good thing to make sure that the spool drag is tightened up a little bit so it doesn't free spool and bird nest. So you knew that. I know you did. So you just basically take that to your LS 2017, your line unspooler. I guess it would be a LS LUS, a line unspooler, but get to cranking on that dude. And once you get going, you can crank your drill all the way up and rip off that line pretty darn quickly. Now this isn't tied to my spool, so it's going to come off. Bam. I just had it taped on there because I'd already done this and I had to redo the video, so this is like a take two deal. But there was a couple hundred yards right there just ripped off in a few seconds. So that's the beauty of that as far as getting the line off. So, come on. There's that. So I'm not going to bore you with the details on respooling line because you've seen it done before. You just put your line on, crank it back on your reel, and you're done. So if you get a chance, make you one of these. It makes spooling and unspooling lines so much easier, and hopefully you'll get yourself one made, and it'll be a lot easier to do that. Any questions or comments, put those in the comment section below. Be sure and subscribe to my channel. I'm right now at 70-some subscribers. My YouTube channel, I'm new to this, so my YouTube channel is named Harley Neal right now, and I guess once you get to 100 subscribers, you can name your channel what you want to. So mine being Team Fish. Hopefully that's when I'll get it named once I get up to enough subscribers to get that custom name. But please subscribe, share this video, and like it if you like. And if you didn't like it, put it in the comments, tell me why you didn't. Hopefully there'll be more of these videos coming in months to come. And tight lines to you.